Summon Dragons 2 is one of the best new idle games on the Play Store, and if one thing's for sure, I have been tearing this game up. With 30 days of playtime, I think I'm finally starting to get the hang of it, so without wasting too much time, here's what 30 days of Summon Dragons 2 looks like. We've obviously got to start in the gallery because for as pay to win as everybody seems to think this game is, I certainly do have a lot of dragons as free to play. My first recharge pack icon sits proudly on my home screen, and out of all the feats of strength on this account, I think that getting a legendary 2-star Horus is probably the bread and butter. Of course, the Triple S is a new addition to the team because I've actually been using an A tier the entire time, and I still do use him most of the time. All that just to say, Summon Dragons 2 is a collector's dream because it's going to take you forever and a day to get all of these dragons, but if you want to build any one of them up to max, you definitely have the resources to do that. One barrel we may be staring down is the release of new SP characters, and even though this is their first SP released, I did manage to get 5 out of 60 shards, so that's something. No, but for what it's worth with the summoning teams, I was definitely not wrong, as Achilles and RNGesus have been carrying me through most of the game's content. With this team, I've been pressing through the first 33 chapters, and this double Luna stage is jamming me up, but I've never been stuck on a stage for too long, so I'm sure we'll be pressing forward soon. Speak of the devil, it looks like we're wrapping up that stage as we speak, so we have even more progression underway. After getting that far, we've unlocked every feature in the game, and I could go over all of them briefly. First and foremost is the Lost Valley, where you're going to be fighting to push through your early game equipment grind. These bosses hold basic sets with main stats and substats that'll help make your dragon stronger. Gearing up your dragons is 90% the battle of character progression because it can be pretty tough to get the ideal substats for every piece of gear. But after tilting the mid-game and reaching more towards endgame, you move on from the Lost Valley to the Guardian's Respite, where you have even more challenging bosses that have even stronger set bonuses. These bosses are hard and require set strategies to even defeat the lowest levels, but if you do manage to beat them, then you have some really good rewards waiting for you. It's also a good way to get dragon eggs, but you will get hundreds of these throughout every single week that you get to summon with. You see, every single token here is worth a summon, and I have cleaned out this shop multiple times. And even after through blowing a ton of summons, if you don't get what you want, they always have an event to help you recoup some of those resources you lost. Plus, if things aren't going too well and you're not getting the dragons you want through summoning, you can guarantee getting the dragons through the Grand Adventure, where you collect their shards daily. There's well over 100 dragons in the game, but if you're not getting one you want, surely one of these 20 will suit you. The Dragonfall Valley is the traditional gacha tower that you'll have to climb through. You have sub-towers of every element and the main tower where you can use every element. I've been grinding hard and climbed over 300 floors of this tower. And that coincides with progressing your team because that's one of the ways you could get these stones to enhance your relics. Getting a good team is only half the battle. You're also going to have to work out which relics and which dragon trainers you want to use on your team. You'll get all 3 relics, dragon trainers, and gear through the Lost Valley bosses. If you find yourself bored and in need of PvE, the Ancient Domain has plenty of PvE chapters for you to go through that have a ton of puzzles for you to solve. The Ancient Crusade can be a huge resource for dragon eggs, allowing you to challenge these 3-phase bosses on multiple difficulties for insane prizes. Another bit of interesting competitive PvE is the Nightfall Forest, where you'll have multiple options of enemy to fight and different bonuses depending on the team you're using. This resets occasionally, and it's got a speedrun leaderboard to help compete with your friends. Speaking of friends, the guild functions are going nuts right now despite not even having guild versus guild released yet. The daily challenge will keep you engaged with your guildies and see where you line up in terms of power. And for the guild hunt, everybody gets to pitch in and get some even more rewards to help buff your stats. Using those rewards to rank up your different classes in the class circus is just another way that you can incrementally increase all your dragon's power. And power you will need because we have not only the classic 5v5 arena, but also 15 vs 15 and even more coming soon. Yeah, it wouldn't be real gacha PvP if you didn't have a 3-team battle format. But raising up all those dragons at once isn't even that hard of a task with all of the stuff that they give you, especially in this Frost Abyss where once you unlock it, you just get a huge surplus of items every single day. The Dragon Nest area is another fun little bonus idle zone. It's really just simple and cute. The farther you get in the game, the more nests you unlock, and the more nests you have, the more eggs you can hatch. Hatching the eggs gets you all these little tiny baby dragons that you can slot in for more buffs. And it really just doesn't stop. I got missions that I'm completing now for trainer passes that I've maxed over 100 levels worth, and every single one of those missions gave me VIP experience so much to the point where I'm at VIP 5. I got so many diamonds I don't know what to do with them. I've been debating launching like 100 100 summons, but I'm trying to be careful because sometimes the farther you get, they'll give you a really nice pack for diamonds. Honestly, the fact that I was close to the final floors of these bosses was freaking me out because I thought I was nearing the end of the game, all just to figure out after reaching level practically 40 that I've just unlocked the end game. The chat is constantly bustling both in-game and out on their social medias, and what can I say? I'm a sucker for games with customizable buildings. All this and I'm not even bored. I still wake up excited to play. So that's 30 days down, but we still got a lot more to go and I can't wait to see how far I can get this account. Of course, the servers are rolling out slowly, and whenever server 107 comes out, I might just be jumping ship and hopping into a pay-to-win account. But it's all up for debate, so just tell me what you'd like to see in a comment. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, feel free to join my Discord, but other than that, y'all, that's gonna do it for me today, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.